why would it be an improper understanding of the world to try to cling to pleasure and push away pain?
It's not an improper understanding, it's an instinctual thing. So you're absolutely right, biologically and so on. It's gotten us very far. It's just, it has limits, so we always come up against it. So even, driving in Los Angeles when there's a lot of traffic, like you're stuck in the traffic. So what can you do? You can make yourself as comfortable as possible in the car. You can listen to a podcast. You can put on the air conditioning, But if you have to get somewhere and you're stuck, what can you do? So that aspect of life is present incontrovertibly. COVID. Like where did that come from? Why want to go away? How are we going to deal with this? We do our best, we work from home, we stop going out, we do, then it's like years later, what do we do? Something has to change in the way that we're relating to the world, because there's an unpleasant thing going on, and that's just COVID, so you could look at it from that perspective. The other way that I talk about it a lot is around having children. Is with young babies. When you're a parent of a young child, it is not an entirely pleasant experience, and the child is not an entirely pleasant being, as cute as they are. They're a ruthless ball of every emotion that humans are capable of, all fused into one thing, and they're throwing that at you. And as the parent, you have to deal with it, So if you get offended because your child is exploding with anger or need at you, if you push away, if you push the child away, or if you yourself pull away, then what kind of parent are you being? So being a good enough parent requires staying with the unpleasant aspects of having children. And that's a huge task that so many of us really, really struggle with. But the Buddhist teaching is such a help, because what it's saying is this aspect of experience is unavoidable, and we can find our best selves by staying with it, rather than trying to get away from it. And as a therapist, I can assert how important that is for people, because the child, like my patient I told you about, the child feels the parent's pain and assumes that they're the cause, and sometimes they are. But
in that example,
yes, but then they become, it's not just, oh, I was hungry and my mom couldn't find the milk. It was like there's something fundamentally wrong with me. That children begin to take that in. And then that becomes such a source of identity and shame that people are struggling with long into adulthood.
Yeah, it's interesting. That feels like that